Good morning or good afternoon, scholars, depending on what time of day I have you. That you're having a great day so far. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, and I'm going to start sharing my screen so that I can share with you guys what we're doing today. You're going to start with, as we always do, you're going to start with writing your learning objective in your agenda book. Move this going on. Today, you will demonstrate your understanding of argumentative text by comparing and contrasting two texts using a Venn diagram. What's at the bottom is what we're going to be able to do by the end of this week and next week. So go ahead and pause the video so that you can write down your learning objective in your agenda book. And your agenda check will be on Friday, this C day on Friday. Again, if you need to, go ahead and pause the video so that you can write down your learning objective. Today is Tuesday, January 24th. When you're ready to move on, you can unpause the video. Okay, so based on what I saw from our interim assessment, looking over our data, we need to do more practice for revising and editing. So we're gonna have our first practice for today. I have shared this with you. So you also have access to it as well. I'm gonna read actually I'm gonna read from the screenshot to make sure I'm reading exactly what I have prepared for you. Bear with me 1 second. All right, so these are your questions. This is what your questions are going to look like. You have revising your editing questions. Just make sure I'm reading the right one. Yep, it's this one. Okay. All right. This paragraph is from Joanne's history paper. Read the paragraph and look for corrections Joanna needs to make. Then answer the question that follows. The use of steel transformed cities during the 1800s. A sudden study of steel led to the construction of many skyscrapers, bridges, and railroad tracks. This rise in cities' steel supplies would not have occurred without the work of Henry Bessemer. Bessemer discovered a new way to make this strong but lightweight building material. Before Bessemer's invention, steel was costly to make, so most businesses rely upon iron. Also, Bessemer built a machine that made it possible to make steel more easily and quickly. This way of making steel permanently changed the appearance of large cities such as Pittsburgh. Steel was such an excellent building material. Tall buildings and sturdy bridges could be constructed, and railroad tracks could connect distant places. If you need to listen to this portion of the video again, you're welcome to go back and rewind this so that you can hear this portion again. I'm going to go ahead and read the questions. Make sure that you answer it on either your device or your journal. Number 1. Mommy? What change should be made in sentence 3? Again, what change should be made in sentence 3? A, turned rise to raise. B, turned cities to cities with an apostrophe. C, insert a comma after supplies. D, change would have occurred to will not have occurred. It would be in your best interest to go back to locate sentence 3 and see which change needs to be made. If you're making a change, I would insert that change to see if it makes sense. Is it grammatically correct? Number 2, what change should be made in sentence 5? Change Bessemers with apostrophe S to Bessemers with no apostrophe. G, change invention to invention. H, change rely to relied. J, change iron to iron with a capital I. Number 3, what change should be made in sentence 7? Change permanently to permeately. B, change changed to changes. C, change large to largest. D, change Pittsburgh with a lowercase p to Pittsburgh with a capital P. This is your homework for today. You can either write your responses to this on paper in your journal, or you can write directly on the document. I'm going to shift it back to the Google Slides so that you guys can see the notes for today. Now you're going to pause the video so that you can write these notes in your journal. Our focus for today and this week, for the next 2 weeks actually, is for you to be able to compare and contrast two texts. Remember, when you compare a text, you're looking for similarities such as the overall message, theme, main idea, or topic, for example. When you contrast text, you're looking for differences such as the author's craft, point of view, word choice, mood, tone, language, content, and context, to name a few. Remember to pause the video so that you can write down your title for your notes. It's comparing and contrasting two texts. And then you're writing down what is in blue. Remember to write down your title, comparing and contrasting two texts, and then write down everything that's in blue. These notes are going to help guide you for the next 2 weeks. This will help set you up for success even after this school year. Okay, the next slide. You don't have access to. So let me stop sharing for a second. Okay, now I'm going to share this portion. For some reason, it's not working on the Google Slides, so I'm going to let you guys review the video from this site.
Wow, did you know that the bull shark has 50 rows of teeth? Bull sharks use their sharp teeth to bite and tear fish, turtles, and other prey. When a tooth breaks, another one moves into its place. You're reading about dolphins? Cool. Dolphins also have sharp teeth. But unlike bull sharks, they don't use them to tear their food. Instead, dolphins grab and swallow their prey whole. You're right, Moby. Sharks and dolphins are alike in some ways, and different in others. Looks like we need to play Sharks versus Dolphins. How do you compare? When you compare, you show how two or more things are alike. You describe how they're similar. Let's see. Guitars and basses are musical instruments. They both have strings and a neck. A guitar can be very loud. A bass can be too. When you compare things, you think about what they have in common. All right, Moby, are you ready to play Sharks versus Dolphins? Here we go. How are sharks and dolphins alike? Right, they're both animals. Yes, sharks can live in the ocean, and dolphins can too. What else do they have in common? Think about how they look and act. Both animals can be gray and white. Yep, they're predators. That means both sharks and dolphins hunt other animals for food. Certain clue words let you know that two or more things are being compared. The words like, alike, same, also, two, both, similar, in common, and the same as can signal comparisons. Now it's time for round 2. How are dolphins and sharks different? How do you contrast? When you contrast, you show how two or more things are different.
I'm going to pause the video so that we can have more time to discuss. But you're welcome to look up this video if you would like to. It's from Brain Pop. Compare and contrast is about 7 minutes. We've watched about 3.5 minutes. But I want to maximize our time by going back here. So, for the duration of class, for the duration of class on Google Slides, number 5, slide number 5, it says test your knowledge. If you click on the link, it's going to take you to a quiz. I want you guys to see what you know about comparing and contrasting before I'm holding you accountable and responsible. Now, this is a practice grade, but I still want you to do your best as if this was a quiz or a test. So when you click on the link, you're going to have 2 attempts for quizzes. I'll take the highest out of the 2. When you're ready to resume this video for the next set of instructions, please click on the play button so that you can listen to the rest of the instructions. But now you're going to click on where it says knowledge. Open up the quizzes link and attempt your assignment for today on quizzes. Once you're done with quizzes, come back to this video with me so that you can get the remainder of the instructions. Okay, as you know, when you compare and contrast two texts, you use Venn diagrams. The title of the text go on the top left or top right. On the outside circles is what they have that are different from one another. In the middle is what they have in common or their similarities. Again, when you compare and contrast two texts, you look for similarities and differences in theme, topic, genre, author's purpose, point of view. For us, even topics or claims. Look for things like, are the two texts the same genre? Yes, the genre is argumentative text. What are different about them? Well, the biggest difference is that they have different topics. One talks about sugary drinks, the other talks about doing good deeds. Okay, I'm going to navigate back to Google Classroom so that you can see your assignment for today. I'm going to upload a different title for yours, but I do want you to see that now we're done comparing and contrasting through practice. Now we're going to put it into our knowledge and demonstrate it for today. Look at the assignment that says week of, it's the topic under week of January 23rd, and then find Tuesday, January 24th. Now you're going to read Court rejects New York City's portion cap for sugary drinks. As you read, take notes on how people on both sides of the argument support their positions. You can do this either in green or yellow. Once you're done, if you want to get a head start for Friday, you can start using a Venn diagram to compare and contrast. Putting goodies in headlines may not be so good, and court rejects New York City's portion cap for sugary drinks. Again, as you read court rejects New York City's portion cap for sugary drinks, take notes on how people on both sides of the argument support their position. Are they supporting this through facts, through opinions, through reasoning, through logic, through research, through feelings and emotions? How are they supporting their argument? Now, this is a sixth grade level text, but it's on the higher end of the sixth grade level Lexile level. So I'm going to go through a few words that you may not be familiar with. This word is infringed. We have legislative, jurisdiction, advocates, commissioner, pernicious, implementing, consumption, exponentially, skyrocketed. And if there's any other word that you need help pronouncing, if you would highlight that word and just copy in a new tab, Google will gladly read that for you and then practice saying it. We're not concerned right now with the questions. We'll get there. We'll get there next week. We're not concerned right now with these questions. Just make sure that you are able to highlight and take note of how people on both sides of the argument support the position. Hope this message finds you well. I cannot wait to see you guys soon. Have an amazing day filled with gladness and joy.